गुरु बाबा गुरु बाबा गुरु बाबा गुरु बाबा गुरु बाबा गुरु बाबा चरण नमोस्तुते गुरु बाबा चरण नमोस्तुते गुरु बाबा चरण नमोस्तुते गुरु बाबा विद्यादायक गुरु बाबा विद्यादायक गुरु बाबा विद्यादायक गुरु बाबा विद्यादायक गुरु बाबा शांत स्वरूपा गुरु बाबा शांत स्वरूपा गुरु बाबा प्रशांत स्वरूपा गुरु बाबा विद्यादायक गुरु बाबा विद्यादायक गुरु बाबा शांत स्वरूपा गुरु बाबा शांत स्वरूपा गुरु बाबा गुरुवर गुरुवर गुरु बाबा गुरुवर गुरुवर गुरु बाबा जय गुरुवर गुरुवर गुरु बाबा गुरुवर नाम पावन नाम गुरुवर नाम पावन नाम गुरुवर नाम पावन नाम गुरुवर नाम पावन नाम सतगुरु नाम गुरु नानक 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 नाम गुरुवर नाम पावन नाम गुरुवर नाम पावन नाम गुरुवर नाम पावन नाम गुरुवर नाम पावन नाम सद्गुरु साई बाबा नाम सद्गुरु साई बाबा नाम सद्गुरु साई बाबा नाम सद्गुरु साई बाबा नाम गुरुवर नाम पावन नाम गुरुवर नाम पावन नाम सतगुरु नाम गुरु नानक नाम सतगुरु नाम गुरु नानक नाम गुरुवर नाम पावन नाम गुरुवर नाम जीवन ज्योति तुम हो साई, जीवन ज्योति तुम हो साई, जीवन ज्योति तुम हो साई, जीवन ज्योति तुम हो साई। प्रेम की ज्योत जलाओ साई, प्रेम की ज्योत जलाओ, प्रेम की ज्योत जलाओ साई, प्रेम की ज्योत जलाओ, प्रेम की ज्योत जलाओ साई, प्रेम की ज्योत जलाओ, प्रेम की ज्योत जलाओ साई, प्रेम की ज्योत जलाओ। जीवन के इन अंधियारों में साई दीप जलाओ, जीवन के अंधियारों में साई दीप जलाओ, जीवन के अंधियारों में साई दीप जलाओ, जीवन के इन अंधियारों में साई दीप जलाओ, साई दीप जलाओ, सत्य 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 साई दीप जलाओ, प्रेम की ज्योत जलाओ साई, प्रेम की ज्योत जलाओ, प्रेम की ज्योत जलाओ साई, प्रेम की ज्योत जलाओ, प्रेम की ज्योत जलाओ साई, प्रेम की ज्योत जलाओ, प्रेम की ज्योत जलाओ साई, प्रेम की ज्योत जलाओ, जीवन ज्योति तुम हो साई, जीवन ज्योति तुम हो साई, प्रेम की ज्योत जलाओ साई, प्रेम की ज्योत जलाओ, प्रेम की ज्योत जलाओ साई, प्रेम की ज्योत जलाओ, जीवन के इन अंधियारों में साई दीप जलाओ, जीवन के इन अंधियारों में साई दीप जलाओ, साई जलाओ, सत्य साई दीप जलाओ, साई दीप जलाओ, सत्य दीप जलाओ, प्रेम की ज्योत जलाओ, साई प्रेम की ज्योत जलाओ, प्रेम की ज्योत जलाओ, साई प्रेम की ज्योत जलाओ, प्रेम की ज्योत जलाओ, साई प्रेम की ज्योत जलाओ, प्रेम की ज्योत जलाओ, साई प्रेम की ज्योत जलाओ, जीवन ज्योति तुम हो साई।
Offering my most humble pranams and prayerful salutations at the divine lotus feet of our most beloved Bhagavan, revered elders, dearest brothers and sisters, Om Shri Sai Ram, and welcome to this special webinar series entitled Shri Sathya Sai Premarpanam, where the Shri Sathya Sai Global Council South Africa invites alumni of the Shri Sathya Sai Institute of Higher Learning to share their most special and precious personal experiences with our most beloved Bhagavan. And this afternoon, or evening as it is in India itself, we're indeed very blessed by most beloved Bhagavan by having our guest speaker this afternoon being none other than Shri Viseswar, or other known as Bishu Prusty. Brother Bishu graduated from the Sri Sathya Sai Higher Secondary School in Prashanthi Nilayam and later obtained his bachelor's in commerce honors and master's in business administration from the Sri Sathya Sai Institute of Higher Learning. Immediately after graduation, Swami sent him to a software firm for training in hospital information systems. He was part of the team that set up information management systems, training modules, and other advanced technologies in the Whitefield Super Speciality Hospital. Swami later directed him to join the then Radio Sai, now known as Sri Sathya Sai Media Center, where he has worked for the past 19 years. He is a writer, editor, and a part of the team that manages the Sri Sathya Sai Media Center website. He also produces radio programs, audio and video presentations, and other multimedia content on a regular basis to disseminate Bhagavan's message. He is also a regular speaker in Prashanthi and the author of the book Moments of Truth with Sathya Sai, which was published in 2019. Amongst that, he is also a regular voice on the Bhajan Tutor held under Sri Sathya Sai Media Center and an active and regular member of the Prashanthi Mandir Bhajan Group. At the outset, Brother Bishu, we are most indeed grateful to you for giving up your time to address all devotees from South Africa on this call. And the topic this afternoon is around the role of the Guru and what role Swami has played in all of our lives as that Jagat Guru. So we officially hand over to Brother Bishu to address us all. Thank you.
Sai Ram, can you hear me? Am I audible?
Yes, you are. Sai Ram.
Sai Ram. Okay. I'm sitting in the studio, and that's why you see that green screen.
Yes.
We couldn't change the setup, anything, because
Sure.
immediately after the talk, there is another recording to be done. So I have to somehow
Wow.
squeeze it. So there is plenty of programs happening now, Ashadi celebrations, and every day there are programs. So
Wonderful.
you have to bear with the green screen
No,
behind
no
me.
problem at all.
Okay, but you are able to hear me clearly?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Okay, so let's do a prayer and we begin. Om. 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 Bhurbhuvah Suvaha Tat Saviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodaya. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. O Divine Supreme Intelligence, please bless my heart with pure love, and let this pure love from my heart express itself as sweet and loving words from my mouth. Let this pure love that you fill my heart with translate into sacred acts by my hands, my legs, my limbs. Let this pure love from my heart take me to all sacred places everywhere, within and without. Let me be engaged in activities for the good of everyone, everywhere. May this love inspire me, propel me, guide me towards that. Loving Sairam to all of you, I offer my grateful and sweet salutations at the lotus feet of Bhagwan for giving me this opportunity to be with you on this sacred occasion of Guru Purnima. The Guru Purnima celebrations fervor has already started in Prashanthi Nilayam with the Ashadi celebrations. So we are already in the Guru Purnima uh, celebratory joy. And Guru Purnima is such a significant occasion because it was on Guru Purnima 1963 that Swami announced that I am Shiva Shakti Swarupa. It was on Guru Purnima 1971 that Swami set up his first college. He inaugurated his first college for the Anantapur campus. Though the college started in 68, in 71, Swami gave the campus its building. It was on Guru Purnima in 2010 that Bhagwan gave up being the sole trustee of the Sri Sathya Sai Central Trust and divested all the powers to the members of the trust, just in preparation of what was to come in 2011. And it was on Guru Purnima that the Sannidhi became our place to go to, our destination, our inspiration, our Swami eternally with us. So the Guru Purnima is a very significant, very moving, and a very profound occasion. And probably that's the reason why Bhagwan started his mission with a bhajan, which was addressed to the Guru. It was in adoration of the Guru. Bhagwan was giving us a very, very powerful message. What was that message? मानस भजरे गुरुचरणं साई चरणं प्रणमाम्यहं सत्य साई चरणं प्रणमाम्यहम् निर्मल हृदय विराजित चरणं Nirmala Hridaya Virajita Charanam. His feet is there in the hearts which are sacred. Nirmala Hridaya Virajita Charanam. Sakala Chara Chara Vyapaka Charanam. His feet are there everywhere. Sakala Chara Chara. Bhavasagara Udharaka Charanam. It is these feet that will take us across this ocean of our worldly ups and downs. worldly vicissitudes, worldly sorrows and joys, birth and deaths. भवसागरा उद्धारक चरणं साई चरणं प्रणमाम्यहं सत्य साई चरणं प्रणमाम्यहम्. You can relate to God in any way, but it's very, very important to relate to Him as the Guru, because this is the basis of every other relationship that we have with Bhagwan. How is that? There was this alumni of Bhagwan's university. He had completed his chartered accountancy. That is the biggest course that you can complete if you want to be a chartered accountant. For an accountant, that is the most prestigious exam, and he was now practicing in Bangalore as a successful chartered accountant, and his mother said, you should get married now. So he got into the marriage, and his partner was someone who was very new to Swami, and she didn't have any great affection for Swami. And but this boy, being Bhagwan's student and being grown up, watching Swami, loving Swami, and cannot miss a day with Swami, he every day longed to be in Puttaparthi. So even though he has started his practice and he was doing very well in his practice, if he had a little time, even if he had half a day, he would somehow make it to Prashanthi Nilayam. That was his eagerness. He could not wait for weekends to come to Prashanthi Nilayam, being in Bangalore. If it was even a Wednesday, and if he can finish his work by 10 o'clock in the morning or 11 o'clock in the morning, he would somehow try to uh, get some vehicle and come and have at least one darshan of Bhagwan, wake up early morning and then go back to his office at 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. I mean, that is how eager he was to have Bhagwan's darshan. So every spare moment he had, he wanted to be in Parthi. Now he had just got married, and here was his partner who wanted more time with him. And he felt, what is this craziness? This guy, he's so mad. He just wants to be in Parthi. I have come into his life, but I mean nothing to him. He only wants to be in Parthi. And that was bothering her, and it was pent up within her. And so he always felt she always felt that he's not doing justice to the marriage, to the family, to the home. And if any day he called home and he said that, if you don't mind, can you make a quick lunch for me today? She knew that if it's a lunch, if he's asking, then it is only because he wants to go to Parthi. It is not because he wants to spend any time with her, or he wants to take her out or anything. It was never there. So, so this was bothering her, and she was really wondering, what is the point, coming into this guy's life, because I mean nothing for him. I'm only there just to serve him so that he will go to Parthi. That's all. And so and she didn't know Swami, and she didn't connect with Swami. She was almost thinking, should I just get a divorce from him, because I am least priority for him. So what's the point of being in his life? And it was during these circumstances that Swami comes in the dream of this lady, and Swami says, I know what is bothering you. You do one thing. Next time, when he says that I want to go to Parthi, you also come along. You say, I also want to come. See, if you don't want to come for my darshan, it is okay. But at least that way you will spend more time with him. The whole drive, 3 hours of the drive, you can be with him. When you're coming back, you will drive back with him. And my darshan is only for 2 hours. After that, he'll come back home. You can stay with him in the night. So you have most of the time you will have with him. Why don't you try this? And so the wife thinks, yeah, it's a good idea. So the next time when he's saying, and he says, you know what, if you don't mind, can you just prepare my food? I have to go. And she says, yeah, I know you have to go, but I also want to go. She says, really? You want to come to Parthi? I said, yeah, why can't I come? Yeah, yeah, sure. He said, okay, now if you want to come to Parthi, then you know what? Wow, I'm very happy that you're coming, but I have to make arrangements. I go, I sleep anywhere, I do anything, I'm alone. It doesn't matter where I stay, what I eat. But if you're coming, then I have to make all arrangements. Are you sure you're coming? He said, yeah, I am coming. He says, okay, fine, I'll make arrangements. And so we make arrangements, get a proper room and everything. And so she's happy that at least, yeah, they're spending time together on the way and everything. But she says, see, I have a condition. I'll come with you to Parthi, but I am not going for darshan. I am not I am not going to bow my head to Baba. I will never touch him. He says, okay, fine. That's okay. But you want to come? To come. He says, okay, fine. And they come to Parthi. And this guy says, fine, you don't want to go for darshan. You don't want to touch Baba. But just sit somewhere. You don't have to sit in the front. You just sit somewhere. You don't have to do pranam to him. You don't have to touch him, nothing. Just time pass. You just so many people are sitting, you just sit alone. What will you do alone in the room? He said, okay, but I will not touch him. I'm telling you, I will not touch him. I will not fold my hands. I will not do anything. So yeah, that's fine. And so they go for darshan. And when Bhagwan comes, as he's coming on the lady's side, she's sitting some the 4 or 5 rows behind. And as Bhagwan is gliding and coming, suddenly there is some little commotion, and she moves to the third row. And she sees Bhagwan coming there. And when Bhagwan approaches to where she is sitting, Bhagwan stops there, right in front of her, but she's behind. And Swami turns towards her direction, and she unknowingly, she's folding her hand, and Swami is still standing there. And now there was someone sitting in the fourth row, and that lady wanted to give a photograph, a letter to Swami. So that lady got up and she kind of bent over her, and she was stretching out to Swami. So in that whole process of that lady trying to approach Swami, this lady also had to move in front, and her head touched Bhagwan's robe. She didn't want it. She had told her husband, I am never going to touch. But she had also told her husband, if you're telling me to go for darshan, if he touches me, then we will see your Sai Baba. And here, Bhagwan had orchestrated in such a way that unknowingly she had folded her hand, and she didn't know she had had the touch of the hem of the robe of Bhagwan. And Bhagwan then just looked straight into her eyes, and just with a twinkle in his eyes, he just smiled mischievously, and he moved on. And that smile communicated so much what words also will fail to express. Needless to say, from then on, she kept asking her husband, when are we going to Parthi next? You're not going? Only in the weekend? Shall we go on Thursday? And after a few years, Bhagwan calls them for an interview. And it is this lady who asks Swami, Swami, how can I get closer to you, Swami? And Swami says, when you were newly married, you were so unhappy, so angry with your husband that he's coming out for my darshan that you actually wanted to get a divorce. And today, the same lady is asking me, how can I get closer to you, Swami? Doesn't that show that you have already become closer to me? Swami say, have you not traveled so much? Have you not become closer to me? A normal guru will listen to your past, will comfort you in the present, and guide you about your future. But when you come to a Sadguru will remove your past, will completely change your past. He will bolster your present, he will strengthen your present, and he will recreate your future. He will chart a new destiny for you. That is what happens when God comes down as a guru. There was one student in Vrindavan. He had just joined the campus, and because he had come from a city and he had his own way of life, and he was finding it difficult to adjust to the hostel discipline and all the rules and regulations, and he saw that everybody around him is a saint, and he felt very odd. He felt, I can't survive in this atmosphere, and he was feeling fish out of water. And then one day he thought, either I just conform to this or I leave. I cannot live such an existence, continue living this way. So one day he just thought, I'm going to do this. He took a piece of paper and he wrote everything that he had done in his life, everything that cannot be mentioned to anyone, because he was quite a character who had indulged in all sorts of mischiefs. So everything he wrote down in that paper, and he posted it to Bhagwan. And in his mind, he told Swami, Swami, I am sending this to you. If in any way you acknowledge this letter, then I promise you, I will start a new chapter in my life. I will become just like all the other brothers. I'll follow everything. But you have to tell me that you have seen this and you have forgiven me for everything else that I had done in my life. And he didn't want to give it through anyone. He just put it in normal post. And a few days later, his father comes to Vrindavan and he calls the son. And father looks very angry. Father is very disturbed. And father says, I have come from Puttaparthi. So son says, Father, you have come from Puttaparthi. You should be happy. You should be smiling. What's wrong with you? Why are you like this? Why are you so irritated? Swami gave an interview. Hare, why are you shouting? Swami gave an interview. Why are you biting your teeth? Swami has given you an interview. People long for an interview. You've got an interview. My God, tell me what happened. Swami told me everything about you. And he thought, oh my God. And he said, Swami, you did this to me? I wrote everything to you in absolute confidence. I mean, if you have told that to a friend, I can understand. To a teacher also, I can understand. You have told that to my dad. I mean, how bad can it get? It cannot get worse than that. You have told everything to my dad. You have betrayed me, Swami. And he felt very bad. And then he told dad, okay, dad, what did Swami tell you? And dad said, Swami told me that you are complaining that in the hostel, in the rasam, there is more water. You are complaining that in the hostel dal, there is less salt. You are complaining that the buttermilk is not tasty. These are the things that anyone should write to the warden. These are the things that anyone should complain. You should not. If these are the problems, you deal with the warden. Why are you writing all this to Swami? Why are you putting all these silly things in a letter and sending it to Swami? Oh, and he was absolutely, it's almost like, somebody had lifted that rock from his heart. He said, okay, Dad. Now you tell me what else Swami told you. Because Swami told me all these things that you're complaining about everything that is happening in the hostel. Okay, Dad. No problem. Okay, you come. Just don't worry. I will not do that mistake again. Tell me what else Swami told. And no, Swami, he filled me with so much love. Swami told me, you go personally and you meet your son and you tell him that you have read that letter. Oh, okay. That's when he realized how Swami had orchestrated that whole drama, sending his father personally just to tell him that I have read your letter, but he has not disclosed the contents. That is between him and Swami. But just to let him know, because he took that decision, here is a Sadguru who is telling, now you took that decision to change your life. I will obliterate your past. I will remove your past. I will strengthen your present. And I will recreate your future. That only a Sadguru can do. Who is this Sadguru? What are the ways to recognize this Sadguru? For us, it is so easy because we know Swami. But Swami himself has told, just don't go by what somebody else tells you. Have your own experience. Understand who truly can be your Guru. And that is why he's elaborated on Brahmanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandatitam Gagana Sadrisham Tattvamashyadi Laksham Ekam Nityam Vimalam Achalam Sarvadha Sakshi Bhutam Bhavatitam Triguna Rahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. Each word describes who is a Guru, true Guru. But what is the most beautiful thing, In one on one occasion, Swami sang this entire shloka. Brahmanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dandatitam Gagana Sadrisham Tattvamashyadilaksham Ekam Nityam Vimalam Achalam Sarvada Sakshi Bhutam Bhavatitam Triguna Rahitam E Rupam. Swami said. In the end, Swami did not say Sadgurum Tam Namami. In the end, Swami said E Rupam. This is that form. All these attributes that you are saying, which describes the Guru, all that is contained in this Rupam, Swami said. E Rupam. How much more obvious, clear, bigger hint can Swami give us? If you go to the Vedas, if you go to the scriptures, if you try to understand what is Brahmananda, it's a very esoteric concept. There is something called in the Anandavali, which is a Vedic hymn, there is something called Manishananda. Manishananda is to put all the happiness that is available in the world, riches, prosperity, name, fame, everything. That is what is Manishananda. And there is an Ananda, happiness higher than that. 100 times Manishananda is Gandharvananda, which is enjoyed by the celestial beings. 100 times of Gandharvananda is Pitrananda, which is enjoyed by people who leave the body. 100 times of Pitrananda is Devananda, which is enjoyed by the Devas. 100 times of Devananda is Indrananda, which is enjoyed by Indra. 100 times of Indananda is Brihaspati Ananda. Brihaspati is the god of all the Devatas. Brihaspati, 100 times of Brihaspati Ananda is Prajapati Ananda. 100 times of Prajapati Ananda is Brahmananda. And that Brahmananda is Hiranyagarbhananda. Swami gives all these explanations to us. It is difficult for us to fathom all these various levels of Ananda. But Swami made it very simple for us. How? Some of you probably know about Pedda Reddy. He was the one who looked after Sai Gita for many years. He was the caretaker of Sai Gita for almost 30, 35 years. And he spent his entire life, he was actually teaching physics to postgraduate students. He was in a postgraduate college. He was very, very accomplished person. He was doing research and everything. But when he got the chance to come to Prashanthi, he forgot everything. And he would spend his entire day looking after Sai Gita. His day would start at morning 3 o'clock. He would serve in the South Indian canteen till morning 7 o'clock. Then he will go take food for Sai Gita, go and bathe Sai Gita, look after Sai Gita, feed her, and groom her, and everything that will go on till 11, 12. He will come back to the South Indian canteen, work for 2, 3 hours, hardly rest for half an hour, go back again to Sai Gita, look after her food and cut the grass for her, take her for a walk. He'll spend till night, 8, 9. He will spend with Sai Gita, come back to the canteen to wind up everything, go back to sleep hardly at 11, 12, and wake up again at 3. This was the schedule of Pedda Reddy Garu, who served and who still is there in Prashanthi Nilayam. After Sai Gita left, one day I went to him and I asked him, don't you feel that you have missed something in life? Because, you spent your entire life just doing this. Because his world consisted on one end, the Sai Gita. He didn't go anything beyond that. Beyond that road, beyond that Sai Gita shed, he had never gone beyond that in Prashanthi Nilayam on one side. On the other side, he has never gone beyond South Indian canteen. That is all his life was. He lived in East Prashanthi. One side is canteen, one side is Sai Gita shed. That is all his world was. And I said, see, now Bhagwan is not physically there. So many people are going for Badrinath, Kedarnath. They are going to different pilgrim places. Don't you feel that you have missed something in life? Don't you want to do something else in life? And he says, what are you saying? What are you saying that I missed something in life? What's wrong with you? I have gained so much in life. You know, what is the greatest blessing Swami has given me? The greatest blessing Swami has given me is I don't have any desires. I don't have any cravings. I don't feel that I need to do this. I don't have any wants. I have no obligations. I have no worries. The greatest blessing Swami has given me is this peace. I'm so happy. So much in joy. And like a little child, he would sit in his room now that he has time. He'll open Satyam Sundaram and he will read those chapters of Bhagwan's life because he's reading for the first time. And when I go to him, excitedly, he will narrate those stories. That joy. And I said, you must have something for your security. What was his expenditure? 50 rupees per month. That's all. He will cut his own hair. From 1985 till Bhagwan left his physical form, every day, nobody knows this. Swami would send food from his own dining table to him. Even I didn't know. Only when he revealed to me, I came to know. And Swami would give him clothes 2, 3 times a year. That's enough. And Swami would give him money. Sometimes he had saved all that money over 30, 40 years, and whatever money his brother used to give, and he donated it back to the central trust. And he says, I am so rich. What are you saying? This whole Prashanthi Nilayam is my father's property. I always have this feeling that I am so comfortable in my father's home. He's given me sumptuous food to eat. I have worn the clothes he gave. I have eaten the food he gave. What else can I aspire for? I want nothing. I'm so happy. And I say, sir, just I'm talking to you. That's such a blessing. He said, no, no, don't say all that. I am nobody, nobody. Who will care for and bother for me? My Swami looks after me. It is all his love. Don't, there's nothing. I am nobody. You know what? When I was a student, I used to look at Pedareddy, sir, and I used to feel, Papam, this man, nobody bothers about him. Whole, every day he spends looking after this elephant. And his dresses also would not be really, very well dressed. He just wear very normally, he would dress, very unassuming person. And I would think, this man, such an educated person, he has spent all his life doing this. Nobody bothers about him. Nobody cares for him. And even when Swami is giving photographs, he's never there. He never gets any chances. He's not there in any group photograph. He never gets any Padnamaskaram. I used to think, what is the problem? What is this man getting? Why is he doing? Serving like this, like a mad fellow, he never gets even one chance. I used to think like that. When someone told Swami, Swami, why did Meera, why did Tukaram and all these saints suffer so much, Swami? They were singing your glory. Why did they suffer so much? Swami said, did they come and tell you that they were suffering? How do you know? That's what I was reminded of. We think that this man is leading a miserable life, but actually, Pedareddy is looking at us and he's thinking, Papam, these fellows always running after all these things. I want this, I want this, I want this. These people, Papam, they are actually leading a very miserable life. He is thinking that we are leading a very. He told me one day, when I look at all these people, I feel, Papam, they have to do all these things. But he is in absolute joy. So Swami is saying, if you want to experience Brahmanandam, if you want to experience the true Anandam, the, the way to go towards that path is to give up your body consciousness, is to give up your ego, is to remove that feeling that I am this body mind complex. That is very important. I know it's not an easy journey, but that is the journey we have to slowly make if we really want to experience lasting happiness, that Brahmanandam. And because the divine is always in that state, there's nothing like body and mind for the divine. He's always only the consciousness. That's why he is in Brahmanandam state. And he came just so that we slowly make this journey towards that, where we give importance to the body only as much as it is essential, in minimum limits, so that it's an instrument. Just like they say, no, you should eat to live, you should not live to eat. Otherwise, now you are taking medicine along with food. Later, you'll have to take food along with medicine. That's what happens in our lives, isn't it? We start with taking so much food, and then we have to take medicine. Tomorrow, we have to take only so much medicine and then little food. That's how life becomes if we give too much importance to the body. To experience the Ananda, Swami says you have to rise, to give up slowly your own identification with the body. There was one student whom Swami gave this chance to distribute prasadam, so he was holding this container. And so generally when you start serving, the boy will take it to Swami. First they will offer it to Swami, And once Swami blesses, then you start distributing to everyone. So this boy took that basin, this silver basin, to Bhagwan. Swami was looking the other way. And he was a very well-built boy. He was a sports person. So he was holding that. Okay, no problem. I'll wait. It's no problem. As long as Swami wants me to wait, and so I can hold it. I'm strong. So Swami kept talking. There were primary school children that side, and Swami kept talking to them. And this boy felt, okay, fine. It's 1 minute, no problem. I can hold. I can wait. And everybody is looking at him. And slowly that conversation didn't seem to end. Swami went on having this nice interaction with his tiny tots, and he's waiting here. And prasadam distribution is yet to begin, because once Swami blesses, they will start. And now this boy slowly he started feeling the pain in his arms. Because it as you hold, it becomes heavier and heavier. And it's okay, no problem. I can handle. I'm a bodybuilder. There's no problem. I am in the winners team of cricket, so there's no problem. And he was a good batsman. He was a big sportsman actually. Earlier, before he came, he was doing horse riding, and he was a state level player. So no problem, I'll hold. So it's okay. So he kept, and Swami kept talking, and he was holding and holding, and it's like 3 minutes now, and he's like, oh my God, he's now his nerves had become have all pulled, and and his face muscles are stretched, and his sinews are tight now. And but he's like, no, no, it's okay, I'm strong. I can handle it. I can handle it. No problem. And still Swami is talking. Still Swami is talking. Then then it came to a point where he felt, oh my God, I don't know. I can manage. And he felt, oh my God, I don't think now. He was afraid that he'll put it down. So then he just started praying, Swami, Swami, I can't do it, Swami. Swami, I'm nothing, Swami, I'm nobody. Swami, my strength is nothing, Swami. Then just when he was about to put it down, Swami looked at him, turned, and Swami looked at him and he blessed him, and then as if nothing had happened. And what a relief for him. And that's when he realized, my stupid mind, why didn't you get this idea before? Why did you think that you are the strong guy, you have all the power in your body to deal with, you can do anything? Why did that thought come? That's what happens to most of the time. Whenever we get any response, we get any chance to, we think, oh yeah, I can do it. I have the skill, I have the knowledge, I have the resource, I have the connections. And then we start doing, and then things don't fall in place. Then obstacles come, and then we realize, oh God, Swami. And then we begin to surrender. Then we begin to say, no, no, Swami, please forgive me, forgive me. Now you only take over. I am nothing, I am nobody. If we are wise, then we will begin with that. Then life becomes relatively easy. So the way to be in that happiness, Brahmanandam, is slowly to diminish ourselves. We have to not think less of ourselves, but think of ourselves less. We should always, when we say self-confidence, it is a confidence not on a little self, it is a confidence on him. There was an occasion where Bhagwan had distributed houses to people whose dwellings have been marooned by floods. This happened sometime in 1976. It was a Guru Purnima time. And so that morning, Swami had spent nearly 2-3 hours, giving keys to all these people in Puttaparthi. They're all from the uh, disadvantaged community. Swami had built houses for them. So now Swami went to each house. Swami spoke to them. Swami gave them the keys. Swami gave them clothes. Swami spoke to them. And Swami also arranged employment opportunities for all of them. So Swami had spent a long time, and it was tiring. So when Bhagwan returned, one of the senior devotees went and told Swami, Swami, it's must have been a very tiring thing for you in the morning. Swami, you should, I think you should take it easy, Swami. Afternoon, um, Swami, you should not come for darshan, Swami. Swami said, what? Swami, you should today skip darshan, Swami. Swami said, what are you saying? Swami said, you think all these people, they have come for my darshan? Do you think they have all come because they want to see me? He said, yeah. And in his mind, this devotee thought, of course, all these people who have come, they have all come to see Swami only. And that's why I'm telling Swami, don't go. Swami said, absolutely wrong. All these people have not come to see me. It is I. It is I who is going to have their darshan. Swami said, they have all come because of my will. I have willed that they come. They have come at my instance so that I can see them. I am going to have their darshan. How can I take rest when they are all waiting for me? When Swami said that, this devotee thought, Swami, what are you saying? I mean, it is such an exaggeration, Swami. In his mind, he's thinking, what do you mean that, you are going to have their darshan? And we are the devotees. We want to have your darshan. You are saying you are going to have their darshan. And Swami immediately looked at him and said, I know, you are thinking it is exaggeration. And that really hit him like a ton of bricks because Swami just reflecting his thoughts at bullet speed. And Swami said, see, when I go among the devotees, you think I look at their bodies. I don't look at their bodies. I look at their souls. When I see them, I see their past, I see their present, and I see what I can do for their future. I don't see them as this body. This body will only talk about this birth. I look at their entire journey, the soul's journey. And that is the reason why when I tell Divyatma Swarupa Lara, when I say embodiments of divine Atma, I am not saying to praise you or please you. I am telling you because that is what you are. You are an Atma. You are not this body. And that is how I see you. I see you like that. And Swami said, my advent is for my devotees. My advent is to uplift the souls. I am a devotee of my devotees, Swami said. I am a devotee of my devotees. Why Swami is a devotee of his devotees? Because he sees all of us as Atma. Brahmanandam Paramasukadam. Swami says, what is Paramasukadam? Paramasukadam is a supreme happiness. Swami says, who is that who can have supreme happiness? Only that person who is aware of the Atma that is in him and the Atma that is there in everyone. And that only the Supreme One is. Bhagwan lived that life. He was always in the Atma consciousness and he looked at everyone only as Atma, as a spark of that cosmic splendor. That's why he is Brahmanandam, he is Parama Sukhadam. There was an occasion in the early years, in the 1950s, when Dasara was being celebrated, a lot of decorations had been done, and the first, second, third, fourth day, the Dasara went on. And on the fourth day, night, Swami suddenly said, whoever is free, come. There is a lot of decoration work. And a lot of youngsters came, and Swami said, no, let's change everything. Let's change the buntings. Let's change the floral decoration. Let's put new flowers. Let's put new poles, and let us redo the whole thing. And everybody is wondering, we just decoration, and decoration not completely faded, but and generally it is for 10 days. They started decoration. I said, no, no, let's change everything. Let's change everything. So they worked whole night when nobody could tell Swami anything, but somebody words, they had worked the whole night. So somebody uh, picked up courage and told Swami, Swami, who is coming tomorrow? Swami, suddenly you're, what is so special tomorrow, Swami? I said, don't you know? Tomorrow, your relatives are coming. Tomorrow, your friends are coming. Your bandhus are coming. They are coming for the feast. It was the fifth day of Dasara, and Swami had planned Narayan Seva that day. Swami was to give food and clothes to all the poor people and all the Narayanas. And that's the reason why he wanted the mandir to be decorated freshly at its best, because he saw only Atmas, because he said, I am a devotee of my devotees. In fact, somebody told Swami, Swami, we are doing so much. We should call the newspaper, Swami. They should talk about this. They should write in the newspapers about this. Swami said, when you call friends to your home, when you call relatives to your home and you feed them, do you publish in the newspapers about it? That is the state that Bhagwan wants us to be in. Parama Sukhadam. If we see ourselves as Atma and we see everyone as only sparks of the divine, then we recognize him as Parama Sukhadam, and we are on that journey of experiencing that happiness. No, then we will not think about ourselves so much. We will not think about our body so much, isn't it? We will only think of what connects me with that other person, what is common. And what is common is this heart. What is common is he is a spark of the divine, I am a spark of the divine. What is common is he has feelings, I have feelings. What is common is he wants love, I also want love. He wants to feel wanted, I also want to feel wanted. He has a heart that wants to be loved. I also have a heart that wants to be loved. If I can relate to everyone in this way, then we will slowly move on this journey that Swami showed us. In 1965, there was this couple who are planning to come to Puttaparthi. And so this person, before their journey started, he realized that his brother-in-law, his wife's brother, had stolen some money. He had stolen the money from mother-in-law. So now everybody in the family is come up, guessed that it was this brother-in-law who has taken the money. The money of mother-in-law is lost, and this brother-in-law has done this. So that guy was a 19-year-old. So this person went and confronted this brother-in-law. He said, you know what, you have done this. Why don't you confess? And you should not do this. He said, no, no, I have not done this. Who told you I have done this? I have not done any of this. How can you uh, say that I am guilty? And so they didn't know what to do. The mother went and told the son, we know you have done. You don't know, how can you uh, charge me like this? How can you hold me responsible for this? How can you brand me as a thief? The father-in-law said, I know. So this guy, because he thinks that it is his mother's money and he can do whatever he wants to do with it. So that's how he behaves. We can't do anything with him. Father-in-law said, see, let's do this. Now anyway, we are going to Parthi. And once we go to Swami, if Swami calls us for an interview, Swami will sort it out for us. Let's not worry. And in those days, there was the 1960s, many people who came, there was a very, very high probability that Swami would call them for interview. Everybody who came got this chance of interview. So Swami calls them, fortunately, for the interview. And before that, when they reach Parthi, this guy goes and tells that, see, Swami is Sarvagya. Swami knows everything happening everywhere. Swami is anyway going to reveal. Better you confess now only. Just tell where you have hidden that money. So this guy says, oh, you're saying Swami knows everything. Okay, let him find out. Why should I tell you? You're saying Swami knows everything and he can find out everything. He can reveal everything. I have not done anything. Don't tell me all these things. So anyway, they went inside the interview room. And Swami, as soon as they went, Swami immediately raked up this topic. Swami called this fellow. Swami reprimanded this fellow. And Swami said, I know you took it because you felt you can do anything with your mother's money. That is not right. You better give it back. Swami told him. Now this fellow was caught uh, fair and square by Swami. He didn't know what to do. He agreed to the theft, and now the mother-in-law said, Swami, you know everything. You can do anything. Swami, why don't you get the money? We don't know where this flower is hidden. Why don't you get that money now? Why don't you bring it now and give it to us? Swami said, no, no, no. Don't worry, your money is there. The money will not go anywhere. After you go home, you will get it. If I get the money now, then this news will unnecessarily spread that Sai Baba, no, he gets money. If you lose money, then 100 people who lose the money, they will all come here. They will tell him, Swami, retrieve our money from wherever we lost. All that is unnecessary. I don't want all this. You don't worry. The money is there in the house. Once you go, you will get it. So don't worry. So they went back, and suddenly this brother-in-law, he flipped. After they went back, he said, no, 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 I have not done anything. Simply in front of Baba, he asked me all this, so I confessed and all, but actually I have not done anything. You don't ask me for that money. I can't, I don't know anything about that money. And everybody was shocked. He's behaving like this in front of Bhagwan. Now he's behaving like this. Those days, people took Swami a little lightly also, because 1960s. And again, these guys, the people in the family again didn't know what to do. Again, they have to go back to Swami. That's why the mother-in-law was telling Swami, you get retrieve the money. Swami to no, 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 it's there, safe. Now this guy says again, he's telling a different story. They didn't know what to do. So one day, the father-in-law, when he was doing puja and he was looking for something in the cupboard, suddenly below the cupboard, under some paper notes, he found a bundle, this 1,000 rupees bundle. And once he found it, he knew, okay, I have got this thing. Okay, very good. So the matter is solved. He didn't tell anything to this son. But strangely, after few days, this son itself one day came and he was very worried and he started crying. He said, what happened? And he said, no, I don't know. I'm sorry. I only stole the money, but that money is not there now. What happened? He said, no, actually, after stealing that money, I wanted to keep it in the most safe place as possible. So what did he do? Below the staircase, there was a switchboard. It was a big switchboard which had some 7, 8 switches. He had unscrewed the switches. He had, at a time when there was no power, no current, he had unscrewed the switches and he had kept the paper bundle inside that electric box, that switch box, and screwed it. I mean, that is the length to which to which he has gone to ensure that the money is safe. He says, today I went and I unscrewed that switch box and the money is not there. And then the father-in-law says, don't worry, that money is there. But if at least now you believe that when Swami says the money is safe, it is safe. And when Swami told you to confess, you should not act smart with Swami. Who are we to act smart with Swami? And the mother-in-law remembered, Swami said, it will come to you after you reach. And that is what happened. We are talking about a phenomenon who is beyond time, who is beyond space, who is beyond our human calculations. I remember there was Padma Kasturi Madam, Professor Kasturi's daughter. One day when she was pregnant, 5th month pregnant, Swami appeared in her dream and Swami gave her raw tamarind chutney. And Swami told her, you eat this chutney, you don't give it to your son, her second son. This was her third pregnancy. It is very hot for him, you don't give it. In the dream, she saw that. In the dream, Swami is telling her, you take this tamarind chutney. Next morning, when she wakes up, she feels the skin of this raw tamarind on her tongue. What was a dream was like a real experience. And it was very shocked that, there was the skin of that tamarind on her tongue when she woke up. And Swami had given her in the dream that tamarind chutney. And very excitedly, she told, next morning, she told, she wrote a letter in those days, 1950s. She wrote a letter to her father, Professor Kasturi, about the experience. And she says, when the reply came from father, she was crying because at that same time when Swami gave her the raw chutney, her mother in Karnataka, in Davangere in Karnataka, had prepared this raw chutney and she had offered it to Swami, saying, Swami, this tamarind chutney, I'm offering it to you, but in my mind, I'm so much thinking about Padma, my daughter, who's in the family way, and I know she will love this chutney, and but I'm not able to give it to her, but I'm offering it to you, Swami. Swami, you should take care, Swami. So she in the altar had offered that chutney to Swami, and Swami comes in the dream in Bangalore and gives it to Padma Kasturi. And when she wakes up, there is that skin of that raw tamarind chutney. What is time? What is space? What is this world, that world? What is this plane? What is that plane? What is deep sleep? What is dream? What is reality? We are talking about that principle who is Kevalam. Brahmanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam. Kevalam means who is beyond time, beyond space, beyond everything that our limited minds can cognize. He is just pure consciousness, pure Chaitanya, and he is everywhere. That is the Guru that we are worshipping on Guru Purnima day. There is so much to share when it comes to Guru. I remember in Kodaikanal once, when Swami was talking to uh, me, it was sometime when Swami had taken a few of us to Kodaikanal, and when Swami called me near, and as he was talking to me, he said, I know when you were born, your mother wanted a girl child, which was true. My mother had told me that because we are three brothers, and after her first male child, my mother wanted again the second child to be a girl, but it was again another male child. So I said, I know when your brother was born, also your mother wanted a girl child, and then you were born. Now also she wanted a girl child, but you were born. Swami said, I know. And then Swami said, see, it happened 20, 30 years ago. Where am I? Where am I? He is that Kevalam, beyond space, beyond time. It is this Guru that we worship during Guru Purnima. When Bhagwan's physical body's brother-in-law passed away, and his sister's brother passed away, and everybody was grieving, Professor Kasturi didn't know how to approach Swami. When he went near Swami, Swami said, hey, why are you making this face? Don't you know me? Swami said, if there is no birth and death, how am I to pass my time? Swami said, if there is no birth and death, how am I to pass my time? Dvandhatitam, he is beyond all the dualities, beyond what makes this world, vidya, avidya, joy, sorrow, shreyas, prayas, everything that is dual in this world. He's beyond everything. That's why he's Dvandhatitam. Guru Purnima is the time where the only virtue that we need to cultivate is what a disciple needs to cultivate towards the Guru. That is implicit obedience. Swami said, if you want a lasting relationship with me, become a steadfast pupil. And a steadfast pupil should have this quality, absolute obedience. That is the only thing that Swami wants, because if we have that faith that whatever he does, it is good for me, we will not question him. We will not have any doubts. If our faith is rock solid and if we are patient, automatically his grace will flow towards us. His grace will protect us. His grace will cover us. More than a mother can protect us, this Guru will protect us, because mother is one of the very small roles that he plays in our life. He will provide it with unlimited means. A father can give you limited means, but this Sadguru, like a father, will give you, protect you with unlimited means. And like a Guru, he will take you towards your destination, not the destination of your body, but the destination of your soul. He will ensure that your inner Guru awakens. You become truly self dependent and you truly experience that Anandam, because you will identify yourself not with his body, but you will identify yourself only with him. And once that connection is established, then resources are unlimited, grace is unlimited, Potentialities are unlimited. Joy is unlimited. Love is unlimited. And our life just becomes Prashanthi Nilayam. Our life becomes just a saga of everlasting peace and happiness because we have connected to our inner Guru. Om Shri Sathya Sai. Om Shri Sathya Sai. Every day, my life so beautiful as I keep myself to you. You are my guiding light. You make everything so bright. I will follow you wherever you want me to. Just let me hold your hands and walk with you. Om Shri Sathya Sai. Om Shri Sathya Sai. Thank you so much. This is a topic which is unending. I was just looking at the clock and I thought I can't take more of your time. And that's the reason why I felt whatever opportunity Swami gave me to share in these few minutes, whatever he inspired, if there's anything that was good, that was of any value to you, then it is what Bhagwan has given to you. Anything that was not of any significance to you, that is what has come from me. So I hope and pray that this was of some use to you. Thank you so much. We can go on, but the clock is ticking. Loving Sairam.
Thank you, Brother Bishu Prusty. And that was just amazing. All that flowed was what everyone needed to hear, especially during this most auspicious year, this most auspicious time, getting into Guru Purnima. Just a couple of questions for you. You've obviously traveled the journey with Swami from being in the secondary school to being a student at his college, and then obviously now working in media center, working for him. What were probably maybe one or two of the most important lessons that you've learned from a student, being there in Puttaparthi for such a long time and being close to Swami?
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
I'm just seeing if they need the studio, whether I can extend. Okay.
Okay, sure.
What has been my takeaway lesson as a
Yeah.
student? I think, before I joined as a student, I used to think of Bhagwan as a god, because just like how you worship Rama, Krishna, because I grew up in a family where they were devoted to Bhagwan. But only when I became a student, I had that personal connect with Swami, because, here Swami was physically there. So you had more opportunities to do your own experiments with Swami. So I also did my own experiments, and some other satsang, maybe I will share those. But what I realized is, uh, he listens. Okay, he listens to everything, and he will respond at the right time and in the most unexpected and the most beautiful manner. So that got very established early in my life, that he listens to everything. He is truly that indweller. You cry that there will be no moment in your life that is wasted if you have thought of him or done something for him. There could be live moments in your life you have wasted doing things for the world, for someone else, or for achieving something in the world. But if you have spent any time for him, it has it will always add to your merit. You're depositing in your prema bank, you're depositing in your spiritual bank. So that is something that got established early in life. And then, as you go through those ups and downs in your journey with him, I just realized that ultimately what Swami wants is purity. That's all he wants. you know and he just reaction, reflection, resound. He will just reflect how you are. Okay. So that's the reason why you can't draw a pattern to anything that Swami does, because it all depends on that person, that circumstance, that situation, that occasion, the lesson that you want to teach a person or that situation. So you can never ever draw a pattern, because it is uh, conveying, every act of him is conveying multiple lessons to multiple people. For the sake of the spiritual growth of one person, he can bring down an institution, or he can take one institution up. So that's the thing. So I just realized that the only way you can capture Bhagavan is having purity in your heart, and pure intent, and all that Lord looks for is intent, pure intent. Your content is different, what you do outside, but intent should be very pure. That is very important. And if that purity is there, and if that patience is there, and if you are praying, I think definitely we will have His grace.
Thank you so much. There's one last question. You obviously have been part of the Prashanthi Mandir Bhajan Group for many, many decades, at least. What was one of the lessons that Swami had taught you directly about bhajan singing, about singing his name, and being part of the Prashanthi Mandir Bhajan Group?
Okay, one is, I am definitely, very, very average in my singing. And when I started off, I was very, very poor. And I just prayed very intensely, and He gave me the chance, but I was not up to it. Even now, I'm not up to it. But so definitely, mm, prayer is very important. Second is practice. You can't compromise on that. You have to practice. Swami used to say, you can either become a saint or a sinner, because you are becoming a medium for people to connect with God. If you do a good job, then you are becoming a medium through you. People are connecting to God. But if you don't do your job well, then you are disturbing their connect with God. So you can either become a saint or a sinner. So it becomes very important that we continuously have to keep praying, keep our heart pure, at the same time, put a lot of effort in practice. There is no shortcut, unless you are really gifted with a beautiful voice, and great music sense and everything. I think purity, practice, and prayer. I think all three are very, very important for a normal person. Yeah.
Sure, sure. Thank you so much, and thank you for your time. It really was a wonderful satsang with you, and obviously at the focal point was our most beloved Bhagwan. So our gratitude to our most beloved Swami for just being able to give us this opportunity, spending it in remembering him, in focusing on him as the Jagat Guru. Mr. Bishu Prusty, our sincere thanks and gratitude to you for giving up your time amongst your very, very busy and hectic schedule to speak to all devotees in South Africa. And we do hope to have you on our virtual platform again, and who knows, with Swami's grace, in person in South Africa. But we do look forward to also seeing you in Puttaparthi during the next year or so. Thank you very
Sure.
much.
Yeah. Thank you so much. And uh, I'm sorry if there are more questions, but probably the studio might be of needed
Sure,
now.
sure,
But if there are more questions, I'll be happy to, we can schedule it some
sure.
other day. We can just do a
No
Q&A
problem.
any other day.
We
No
can.
problem.
We can. Fantastic.
Thank
Thank you. Thank you, Brother Bushi, and thank you for everyone that has tuned in to listen to this webinar. We will now conclude with Mangal Arati offered to our most beloved Bhagwan. Sign out.
ॐ जय जगदीश हरे स्वामी सत्य शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः जय